Alright, what's going on, everybody? Chili Games back again, and for me it is morning. I have a cup of coffee, and this is the game. This is the game that me and speaking of Tactic, he just messaged me. I don't know what he's sending me, but yeah, we were hanging out, and he was playing the Palo Emilio, and I was playing the Suzuya. And before you ask, this is my build. I run this pretty much all the time. Biggest thing to note here is consumable mod and reload mod. Gets my reload on this ship down to about in the 7-second area. I think 8 maybe. I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyways, I know a lot of you guys have been asking to see this video. We do get a lot a lot of damage, and we do get to break that 300,000 threshold. But I made sure to mention to a lot of people on Facebook, whoever, that were asking about it, like, this is not this is not a fun game to watch. So the reason why I've been struggling to make a commentary on it is I don't really know what to say, because half the time I'm just going to be sitting here and shooting at this target and shooting at that target and all that kind of stuff. So here we go. I guess let's talk about the strengths of the Suzuya. As Tactic wanders out there in his extremely new foot-long Italian sub that he got from Subway, that he ultimately really likes. He loves the ship. What is the Suzuya? Suzuya is basically Cleveland and Mogami had a baby, and actually that does a pretty good job. You don't have radar, honestly, but Suzuya's main job in this game is to throw out damage. And while we were able to do that this game, from an individual standpoint, I had a really good game, but it's not what the match needed to get the win. Suzuya is very much a heavy support ship. Like, you can put down just as much damage as the other guy, you know, if not more. And as Levi comes home, Levi, say hey.
What?
Say hey.
To who?
I'm making a video.
Your mom?
Yeah. So anyways, if your team doesn't push, Suzuya's really not a ship that will be able to make that happen. As soon as you're spotted, as you're about to see, I think it's right about here, I get spotted one of these times, and immediately things start to go bad for me. And if you'll notice, the rest of my team is hiding behind this map just like I am. So we're in a position where I'm in a good spot and the rest of my team really isn't. And I was making jokes with Tactic. I was like, "How do you like my battleship bro out here?" Because he's out there. He got spotted. He's getting focused right now, and we have four battleships right here. So it's really this match is really a case of this was really good for my ship, but our team was so bad. Tactic goes down, and he does not want me to mention this little detail, but we will come back to that at the end of the match. Again, I'm actually still trying to do the 23 fires. I think at the match that I had played before this, I had gotten 22. So I really wasn't even going for it, and then I was like, damn it, I gotta get it. So we're more or less trying to pay attention to certain targets who have fires and who don't. Something to note about the Fiji, and I wish I would have been shooting at the Fiji more, is these guns have 25 millimeters of pin, which for almost all tier 6 cruisers, like almost everywhere, you just absolutely melt them. So if you shoot HE at tier 6 cruisers in this thing, you will be hitting them for at least 5 to... I mean, I've even hit a Belfast for like 11k, and it was just ridiculous, and that'll come back later when we get to face off versus their Indianapolis. And again, we if you're expecting something crazy from this game other than a big damage number, you're going to be very disappointed, I think. And I hope I've made that clear. I'm not trying to make this out as the game. You know, you see we do get spotted here, actually, and I believe I'm being shot at right now. And yeah, I mean, look at that Citadel. Look at that Citadel. That was like the luckiest shot I think I've ever seen. It pinned through my stern, and it must have traveled all the way down and actually pinned. But it was such... I mean, it was a good shot. They took the shot when I was located. Going for AP against the VJ, I probably should have just kept HE loaded. And yeah, I should have kept HE loaded because we didn't actually finish him off there. Back in a spot though, we are trying to get away from all that fire, but look how close our battleships are to the island. And about halfway through this, I was like, tactic, I think our battleships have shot the island more than they've actually shot targets because they're so close. And it's just not... When you're in a battleship, like in a Suzuya like this, I'm using all my DPM. My ship is literally made for DPM. That's like my biggest job. If you deviate other than trying to do DPM in this ship, you can get smacked on pretty hard. So I'm using the ship to its strengths, and our guys are just not... I'm just not doing anything. And if you've noticed something, you see there's a 7,000 hit against the Indianapolis. I'm saying... Against tier 6 cruisers, this HE hurts. If you will notice as well, there's 2 Jean bars in the back have will to rebuild, and the Lurking Gurk in there actually messaged me after this game and was like, hey, GG. And I was like, I don't even know what to call that, but yeah, it was a GG. And I told them once I figured out that they had will to rebuild, I had no shame putting them on fire over and over and over again because there was just really not that many targets to shoot out here. The Indianapolis is covered pretty well. I probably could have been shooting him, but it looks like our battleships are actually starting to focus the Jean Bart. So every other time I was like, you know what, I can maybe put another fire on the Jean Bart and kill them. Because if you get rid of one, you get rid of the whole will to rebuild shenanigans here. We see the Yudachi pop out as well, which is another thing. Like, could I be in a different spot? Probably. It's just a result of our team was just not moving, and I was just chilling. Me and Tactic were chilling. I hope you guys understand that. Like, it was pretty late, and I literally told him, because he was trying to get gameplay for the Emilio, and I was like, I want to play something where I don't have to do much. You know, I just want to sit in the back and and help the team as much as possible with that kind of stuff, because it was late and I didn't want to make too much ruckus. So, boy oh boy, did we get what we wanted here. And our D20 fires, 190,000 damage. It's such a weird thing talking about damage and XP, because obviously damage doesn't win games, but some ships are just 100% designed to put out damage. You look at something like the Kutuzov, even the Chapayev. The Chapayev has more rolls because it has radar, but still, when you're looking at like something IGN or something like that where they don't have much utility, your goal literally, if you're not doing damage, if you're not getting high calibers, witherers, or getting close to those, then in my opinion, like that's your goal, is to get those big damage numbers, because that's what your ship's designed to do. Yudachi's coming around here, which I I was really worried that he actually torpedoed me, but that was not a good hit. And you see, as soon as I get spotted, both of those Jean Barts are taking their shot as quick as possible. So we get a little lucky, and it's at this point in time where we're down to 4 ships, and there is still these 2 battleships have been here the entire game, and now that the destroyer's gone, they could have pushed these guys, and they could have definitely. If we kill 1 Jean Bart, I can easily burn down the second one. And then all we have to do is clean up a Baltimore and a tier 6 cruiser that I can very easily pin with HE and kill, which was at Indianapolis, and he's going to come back to bite later. So I feel like we definitely could have won this game. The only thing that's going to actually suck in that regards is, well, we don't really have any cap circles. And the time is running out, and this was actually a really good blind fire attempt. All the shells kind of straddled my ship there, and that was word for word when I said Tactic was talking about something, and I was like, that was a really good blind fire attempt. Let's just move a little bit. We're gonna back up, we're gonna go forward. Oh man, and I don't know. I feel like I could have been moving differently here, but the thing with Will to Rebuild is you have to get 3 fires to actually do meaningful damage. And I know people are going to say, technically Will to Rebuild cannot out-heal 2 fires, but the damage that you actually do from 2 fires is very little. Like, if you have Will to Rebuild and you let 2 fires burn, you're not going to lose that much HP. You know, so realistically, if you want to kill something, you have to have 3 fires. And that's it, you know. So, it's, while I do thank it for being in the game, for this gameplay, and I told Gherkin, I was like, I appreciate you, and I thank Will to Rebuild for this, because while we were just trying to have a chill night, my team allowed me to have this game because they would not push or do anything. So I got to sit back and win, and I got to do my job. We even killed the destroyer, so I feel better about myself. This is where I kind of mess up. I really wish I could have played over these last couple minutes, because I'm going to make a pretty big error. You see how I'm turning out now? Last time we saw the Indianapolis was coming around that way. What I should be doing here is I should be doing a full turn, and I should be turning straight into B, because that's going to put the islands of the Jean Barts against, it's going to put the Jean Barts around this island. And what happens is I get stuck in this turn, and I'm not decisive enough, and the Indianapolis actually catches me broadside, which really hurts, creeping over 300,000 damage. And if I was closer to that island, I probably could have won this fight against the Indy, because my HE does hit him pretty hard. And then we could have torped the Jean Barts, and then we, you know, I don't know what could have happened, but anyways, guys, I hope you understand that this was a pretty casual 315,000 damage. Just the luck of the draw with how the match went, and Will to Rebuild, honestly. But 3,100 base XP, and if you'll note, Tactic did better than half the team and scored 0 damage. If that shows you how the game went. Anyways, guys, y'all take it easy. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.